morning, ladies and gentlemen. What is good? I hope everyone is doing well. So just quickly, mad love and respect for passing through to today's video. If you are new to the channel, you know what you need to do. But more importantly, the basis of this video is to try and help you explore altcoins that are volatile. Okay? We want volatility because if we can find coins that are showing volatility, then depending on which coin has had the volatility present, we're going to be able to establish if that volatility is going to continue. Now, we know Bitcoin is the base coin. When money starts coming into Bitcoin, money's coming into cryptocurrency. Now, Bitcoin might not move that much when you start seeing this candlestick right here moving up. However, the impact of money coming into Bitcoin right now could be reflected in an altcoin, and that might actually encourage that altcoin to make a serious gain. So I'm going to be pulling up a list of altcoins. Some of you may know them, some of you might not know them, but what I want you to try and help you understand is when you find volatility, the idea is are you going to see it continue? And we're going to try and quickly pull off a few coins, setups, and try and help you exploit them. Okay? Now, firstly, I won't be going live today at 2 p.m. because it's the mini market maker's birthday. So I'll be spending time with her today. So mad love and respect to anyone who has already wished a happy birthday. Thank you so much for your wishes. And God bless anyone else that does also mention it as well. Okay? So let's roll with it. What's Bitcoin doing? So quickly, Bitcoin still holding this range. Why? Now, some guys are shouting out, yo, it's a bearish flag pattern, Tino. It's going to drop. It's going to drop. Fine. You know what? If it's going to drop, that's fine. I'm saying that if this range holds, okay, and this structure plays out, then I would anticipate Bitcoin to come up. How much will it come up is a different story. Bitcoin could make its way all the way up towards yesterday's high here. It could even try and take last week's low, and then Bitcoin could drop back down again. That is what I do. I project where I anticipate price to go based on what I can see right now. If it's going to be a bearish flag, Bitcoin's going to come down and break this structure right here. So let me mark it off for you. It will break this structure, and of course break all of these structures that seem to be appearing higher as price is rising. Okay? Now, a bearish flag in principle would say that price ultimately needs to come down and break this zone. But that's quite a long way. I'm not looking for such a massive move. I'm looking for a fast in, fast out move. I want to be able to exploit Bitcoin to the upside on the idea that price is holding in this area. And if it doesn't break out to the upside, then how can I exploit it to the downside? So again, if I mark off the ranges in the chart, I'm going to say to myself, right, where are the points of interest? Okay, so here is a point of interest. They've done a good job to stay above the daily open. The green vector candle pushes price up into the range. Okay, it's like they are containing this zone. All right, we do have these areas right here, ladies and gentlemen, where notable interest could actually arise, which could lead Bitcoin to breaking out higher. Now, it is only 10 past 8 in the morning, so we are due to come into the UK session Brinks box, and then we'll be expecting at least from about 8 o'clock in the morning all the way through till about 10:30, 11, where we may see some volatility. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to base this information on certain altcoins that are starting to show volatility in the chart, on the idea that between 8 and 10 that we would expect a little bit more movement. Okay, so let's roll with it. Ultimately, the first coin that I'm going to be looking for right here is CELR. Okay, so pull this up for Seller Network. All right then, so here's the first one. You can see right now that seller seems to be moving away above the 50 EMA. Okay, and now's crossed above the 200 EMA. This conviction right here of the green vector candle pushing price out is an indication that they are so far trading upwards. Okay, now when you have this sort of volatility in the chart, ladies and gentlemen, your goal is to mark off where in the chart could they transact at speed. Okay, So this is one zone right here, which is the top of this vector candle, which sits at 0.05. And then we also have a little bit higher right here, which is, of course, the other violet vector candle range. Now, look. It's all about structures, because behind every structure that is formed is a point of interest for the market maker to either induce traders to go long and he can go short, or a point where he can go short and traders go long. Okay, so here's an example. Look at this structure right here, this red vector candle zone. If seller can break out of this structure right here, which you can see in the chart, says so right there at 0.05836, a clean break of this range would likely lead us into the previous vector zone right there. Now look at how it's trading above the 50 EMA. Okay, look how it's now trading above the 200 EMA. So it implies that volatility or interest is now starting to roll in to this coin. Okay, we'll try to get this video done quickly so I can get these out to you. The next coin that I want to be looking at, all right, I've got Pond. Okay, so Pond right there. Again, the same story is happening here. Yet this time, it kind of looks like this coin right here is kind of struggling to get above the 200 EMA, yet it's already had an attempt above it earlier on this morning. So if we are going to mark off any basis of patterns in this area, we would assume that this structure of a rise, a retrace, a continuation is likely to play out on the idea that volatility is going to come back into this area. Okay, again, where can they break out from? So as it is right now, the structure that has been formed in Pond is right here. Okay, you can see that right there. That's the structure that they would need to break. If they can't break out of this structure, then a violation of this area here, maybe a stop hunt to pull it back down again, will then see price coming back down to recover the green vector candles in this zone right here and potentially this zone right there. Okay, now the next coin that I'm looking at is Comp. Comp's coming up here. There's a little bit of volatility. There we go. So you can see right now that is also trying to break out. Now, this is a little bit more of an expensive coin. All right. So that means there's more money coming into a coin like this. So we can see with the green vector candle hasn't yet broken above the 200 EMA. But what we want to see is a clean break of this structure right here, which will take us into the $140.60 zone. And then if we can violate this range and break through, we would then be coming into at least this vector zone right here, which will take us into the 144.9 range. Okay, now one more coin. I'm going to look at Zilliqa because Zilliqa seems to be showing a little bit of volatility in the chart. Okay, then, so now look, here we go. Zilliqa has actually shown volatility, all right, but it's now moving down, all right. Now, the importance of this is this. When you see volatility, volatility doesn't automatically mean price is going up. It can mean it's going up or it can be going down. All right. So what you want to look for is if whatever you're feeling comfortable with, if you're not happy trading a coin that is going down, then Zilliqa is not for you. But don't dismiss the idea that what if they could be forming a pattern to the upside. This is on the 15-minute time frame, of course. So imagine if this is a structure right here, price comes up, retrace, and then we're testing the idea of a continuation back up. How low is the volatility going to push price down before it's going to try and come back up? You see, Zilliqa is recovering the previous green vector candle. Okay? Now, if we actually just go back to Comp for a split second, you're going to see something. Look at this. Comp actually hasn't had that volatility to come back down and test the green vector candle yet. Okay, so does that mean that Comp has more strength or it hasn't yet started to break down? Okay, look, you see that big push up right there? That's an indication volatility is starting to come in. Money is being pushed in. Okay, so if it does hold this, of course, remember, we are expecting a bit more movement into the vector zones on the break of this structure at 140.6. Okay, cool. Let me just flip over to Ethereum for all you guys. Here's Ethereum now. Ethereum, look, here we go. Still trading above the 850 EMA. trading into the 200 EMA, kind of struggling to get over that point. But now the volatility is starting to come in. So a slight recovery of this vector zone to try and break out into this high right here, coming into the 3,330. Yeah, 3,300, that range, sorry. And then that would be then price coming into the previous vector zones, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this has brought some light into helping you understand when you are trying to find coins that are showing volatility. You'll say to me, well, how do you know there's volatility coming into the chart? Just look at the volume down below. Okay, so let me just get rid of this here. Mark it off. Look at the volume. It helps you to be paying attention to the idea that when there are no colored bars right here, as you can see in this gap right there, there's nothing, okay? Now, all of a sudden, we've got this influx of candle bars right here, which implies volatility coming into the chart, all right? When you see one, it's okay, then that's fine. But when you start seeing an amount of volume bars that are starting to congregate together, it's telling you that volatility is starting to enter into the chart. In other words, the coin is showing interest to the direction of where the volume is being presented. Okay, so you can see volume rising up. We've got this this concoction of blue and green vector candle ranges. So if we look here, how is that reflecting in price? Trading above the 50 EMA, trying to get into the 200. Happy days. Now all we're waiting for is the follow through. It's now 8:15 in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. London session is open in terms of Forex, but more importantly, 9 a.m. is when the banks open in the UK. So that's when we can expect the volatility to follow through. Okay? Mad love and respect for passing through. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe so you can catch up with me during the live streams that I'll be doing on Sunday night and then Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. GMT and 10 p.m. GMT UK time. Got nothing but love for you all. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Peace.